Crime Stoppers, this is Julie Chiarelli. I wanted you to please investigate when you look at the movie Blue Lagoon. Okay, see how Sybil Morrison, my housing authority lady, looks like Sarah Hargraves in the movie. Okay, whether she is that person or she just looks similar. Since my hand and fingerprints prove that the real Blue Lagoon, the reality scenes that just pop into the movie in different locations are me. And thing is since I married Richard on different island locations, one of them either Hawaii, Santa Barbara, Fiji, or Greenland, or Iceland, or something. They were just off the coast of Florida, might have been one of them, I don't know. I think there was an island out there, but they're all titled as Blue Lagoon Islands. So I'm wondering, since she was Richard's mother, Sarah Hargraves, so he is Richard Hargraves. I have looked for the last 10 years to find out, to prove it to reality, I would have to prove that we married each other on an island, of course without a proper captain or a reverend or priest or rabbi. But so would we legally be married, would be my question to Crime Stoppers. On video only, I don't really see you in person. And would Sarah Hargraves then be my mother-in-law? So I was thinking, walking around my apartment a few minutes ago, I was having a cup of coffee thinking, God, is she my mother-in-law? You know? So it'd be something interesting, but then again, maybe it doesn't stand up in the court. And can you please investigate all the different colleges that I'm missing from, and also with internal affairs, the police department, FBI, CIA, and any other location that now that I have a 1967 date of birth given to me, but I'm much older, that I was found as a adult, looking like a child, very underweight, between 30 and 50 pounds, 30 and 70 pounds, at different locations. But anyways, one of them is the Princeton University database bookmark. And since the Julia Roberts movies, some of them I am in the one, I don't know if it's Sleeping with the Enemy, climbing over the rocks. I modeled around the corner from those rocks. I had to climb those rocks to get out there. And I'm possibly the person hit in that house. So there's a variety of things that come back in my mind about what to you in the filmography industry would be known as something reality and something that really happened. Like, let's say the 9.5 Weeks movie, and Kim Basinger understands that our basing her, I had to be the one, because I wanted to save my money, and I used to tell my modeling agents, managers, and every friend that I knew, that I was going to save my money, because in the end they would all be broke and they would need to borrow money from me. I used to say that to everybody. So if you could see that in the movie 9.5 Weeks, that there is a scene of crawling for money. Can you investigate the handprints on the money? And if Kim Basinger or Basinger can just investigate, are we related in some manner? Because it seems like I'm put into different movies as people's sisters, daughters, cousin, and then we find out we really went missing at certain locations, you know, summer camp or something. So if you could ask her that, and if she could help figure out which handprints are me in that movie, because I did date him. And I dated him in 1990, 98 possibly, 97. Angels know. Anyways, I appreciate all your time. Just trying to think of other things. Each reality scene in a movie that's really important to the filmographer of my memory, remembering, so that he could or she could look it up. I'll just try to write them down or something so that I'm not so scatterbrained. But I do remember a lot about a lot of things in each movie I'm told I could be in, or I tried to figure out if I'm in. Some, like I said, on the handprints just showed up. It's the ones that showed up on the handprints were My Fair Lady, Winchester Mystery House, Buckingham Palace, England, Hearst Castle, Blue Lagoon, Harry Potter, School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and that was the school that it was missing from. Narnia, and it came up as a New York, possibly Germany location. With the handprints, some of them had photos at each location, like showed my eye color camera would be called Ancient Aphrodite, and I had an accident, so they put eye color camera in me. And I think you know that eye color camera, there's an issue because it's like the database to it all has all these names I used to be, or what I'm named, in each eye color separated, and they all could go in me, alternating on their own with my own train of thought. So these are all separated type of, eye colors, face looks, and it is turning into a nightmare when you really look at it. And I understand it is. Some people are like undercover, so they had to be like. There was one Nadia Comaneci in the beginning of the war who just pretty much asked me from the attic if she could be my accent, because it turned into a war, so she was very kind and asked. Some of the people were trying to kill me over an accent. So one of the Nadia Comaneci's in the CIA is going to have to admit that maybe my accent of being Nadia Comaneci in the 1970s, for 1 year or 3 years or whatever, and explain what happened to this other Nadia Comaneci and what happened to each one of us would be really a good idea. Anyways, I don't want to bore you, and I'll try to think of other things and maybe write them as a list, like I said, so I'm not so scatterbrained. Hope you have a good evening.